Good afternoon, Tarleton Texans. I'm Azia Branson here with Charles and Brandon Moore, Tarleton Texan football players. Thank you guys for being here.
No problem. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's just talk. Either of you can answer this. Just to reflect on how the season went. Charles, you for your last senior season, what you thought about it and how the season went overall.
You want to take it first? Or?
You got it, brother.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, we didn't do as well as we wanted to. We were preseason ranked #1, but as we stated at the beginning of the season, we didn't want to go based off preseason rankings. But we knew the kind of talent we had, and the way we produced on the field didn't reflect that. So hopefully next year they're able to do a lot better. But I think as a senior class, I was proud to see my guys and the guys below us, and just proud to see what they were able to do. And because we did have some good wins and we did play well at times, but like I said, we didn't do as well as we would like to.
All right, Brandon, what did you think about the season?
Like my brother said, the season didn't go as planned, but overall we fought every game, and I feel like we represented Tarleton well, despite the injuries and things that people can't see from the stands that affected us, and we had some depth issues, but overall, like Charles said, we fought hard, and I feel like we showed maximum effort for the fans, because we obviously play for Tarleton State. And we lost a lot of close games. I think we lost 2 by 3 and then 1 by 4 and another 1 by 7. Compared to last year, we were winning those late games, so we just got to finish better going into next year.
All right. Speaking of next year, Brandon, you'll be in your last season.
Yes.
What are you hoping? What are your, hopes for the off season? Your voluntary workouts and your involuntary workouts. What do you hope to gain in those times?
First things first, we got to get healthy overall as a team. Like I said, we battled some injuries, and the guys that are in my class are going to be the senior class. We need to take from what Charles's class and the classes before us taught as far as tradition, passing the torch, and establishing that leadership, because whenever you have a strong senior class go like Charles's class I think they had like 12 seniors or something. They're pretty heavily senior compared to years past. And we just needed to take the traditions that they had, and because they had the best overall conference record over the span of the last 4 years. So we just need to build off that and teach those younger guys how to win those close games that we lost this year.
Awesome. Charles, like I mentioned, you had 5 interceptions this year and then 76 tackles. So I know you had mentioned before the show that you were pretty excited about getting into the 70s. What did you do, this year to prepare for that? And were you, excited about your overall performance individually through the last 4 years?
I never really focused too much on my personal stats, but to come out, I think with 5 interceptions, I think they say I led the conference in picks. People tell me these things. I was excited about that, and I made it in the 70s. I was just saying that to compete against our other safety, Devin Figures.
Okay.
We compete in that area, but yeah, I was really excited with how the season turned out for myself individually, and for the defense. And I mean, offense broke a lot of records this year, so that was cool to see.
Yeah.
We broke a lot of school records, and my individual performance, I think I did great, but it's just a reflection of my front 7. Our D-line played great this season. They played really well, and our linebackers, we have seniors, Mark Martinez, Alex Anderson, so just worked out. Played off of them.
Yeah. Speaking of Devin Figures, that's another brother duo of Devin and Cedarius. So how do you guys, Brandon, how do you like playing with your older brother alongside on a team?
I love playing with my older brother, Charles, of course. I'm very fortunate. I don't take it for granted that I get to see him every day compared to other brothers like Devin and his brother. They don't live together because he's older and he's a senior, and his his brother is a sophomore. And me and Charles have lived together for the past 2 years, and we have our arguments and ups and downs, but overall, I love him, and I know he loves me, and it's been a great ride.
Nice. Okay, Charles, for you, how is it like? You guys play the same position basically, so has it been kind of competitive for you trying to keep your start? I mean, I know that you guys play at the same time now, but in the beginning, were you ever pushed by your brother to keep that spot?
Oh, always, because I want to be able to be a good role model. I mean, as your younger brother, you don't want him to have another favorite player. Like, man, why can't you be like him? So, yeah, I always inside wanted that role for him to be like, man, I wish I could play like my brother or do the things that he's able to do. But he has his own style of play, and believe it or not, he I like to see him play. It excites me to see the things he's able to do. He's more free-willing than I am, so
Yeah.
it's excited the plays he makes.
Okay, so do you have a highlight of this season, Brandon, that was like the most exciting so far for this season?
It has to be when we were playing West Texas, and we had, of course, we beat them, but just starting off the season that way with the win, and how everybody came together, because it was a close game and we fought and we had to end it on defense, so that was nice. And when I think Damien or Andre got a sack to, pretty much wrap it up, and we all came together and celebrated at the end. That was just a great way to start off the season.
Yeah, that's awesome. Charles, over your, I guess, 4 or 5 years that you've been here, what is your most memorable moment on the team?
Oh man, most memorable moment. There's a lot.
You could think of one.
I guess I'll just, I don't know, there's a lot, but I guess I'll just go with this last one. Playing your last game, you really try to, our coaches told us that it's going to go by fast, just like how our season did, and how the 5 years at the end, and you look back, everything really kind of seemed to go by fast. So I tried to take a lot of things in, and so our offense, we had a chance to score at the end of the game to win the game, and we didn't, so we had to go out defensively and hold them to 3 downs to try to get our offense back the ball. And I just looked to all my senior guys that were on defense, and I said, there's no better thing you would like to happen. Being a senior, going out on defense, having to stop them, it was like a storybook ending. And we were able to do that and get our offense back the ball, and they scored, and we won the game. So that was a great memory to go off of that I'll be able to remember forever.
Awesome. Also to mention, Charles Moore and Brandon as well are not only incredible players on the field, but also off the field. You mentioned that you have like a 3.4 GPA and you have some 3.9 or something. That's insane for a college athlete, just letting you know. But you were, you were up for this Scholar Athlete Award that you're going to be going to the ceremony in New York in December, right?
Correct.
So I guess, I was looking at the list of people who've been put on this list, like Peyton and Eli Manning. What is it like to be put on a list of athletes who excel outside of off the field, and what have you done to get to that point?
It's definitely exciting. Like you said, guys like Eli, you named a lot of quarterbacks. So I'll throw Tim Tebow in there.
Yeah, Tim Tebow
I don't like the quarterback guys. But a lot of those guys have won the award, and I didn't know that it was that outstanding. Yeah. And when coach was telling me, he's like, this is a really big deal, Charles. And I was like, just for my grades and stuff. And like you said, there were a lot of times, like being in college, it's not easy. And I guess it just comes off from how my mom raised me. I always tell people when they ask me about my grades and how I do it, I say she tricked me. When I was a young kid, she said, always do your best. And at the time, it was like, oh, okay, she doesn't really care what I do. She just let me do my best. And as I got older, there's times where it's hard and I don't want to do it. And I'm like, oh, man, like this will do. And then I hear her voice in my head. It's like, always do your best. And I'm like, I tell her now, I'm like, Mom, you tricked me. You knew what my best was. And she's like, yeah, I did. So that's just how I see things and the perspective I take in academics and on the field.
Cool. Brandon, what are you going to miss most about Charles being your roommate, your teammate, your everything mate right now? For whenever with whatever he might do next year, whether he's here or not.
I think I'm just going to miss his presence, because if you don't, for the people that don't know Charles, just like when he walks in a room, I never really told him this, so this is probably going to shock him. But whenever he walks in a room or something like that, people tend to gravitate towards him just because of the character that he has, and like you said, the habits that our parents have both instilled in us. And when people see that, it kind of shocks them. Like you said, that he had the fact that he has a 3.9 GPA and he's an athlete, and people kind of they admire the balance that he has in his life, and it's a testament, like I said, to our parents as far as on and off the film, and it's off the field actually. And it's just a great thing to look at, and sometimes I'll just catch myself looking at him and be like, yep, that's my big brother. So it's great.
Well, that is a great way to end the show. Thank you, Charles and Brandon, so much for being here. Congrats on a great, 5 years here at Tarleton, Charles, and then good luck to you next semester, Brandon, and both of you for your future. And that's it. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Azia.